Right. I'm a bit silly. I wanted to start the stream, and then I had the stream start page up, and then while I had the stream start page up, I was like, let me test the camera. So we start here. I realize it's at an awkward angle. I like pick it up, move it, and I was like, let me test it for speaking. So yeah, my intro game is crazy. Hello. Um, Absolute perfect timing. Fuck yes, it is, Elash. But yeah, how is everyone doing? You were just about to text me and ask if I was going live. I wanted to go live earlier today. Two problems with that. One, I woke up at like 1 p.m. Second problem, I didn't get out of bed until approximately 2 p.m. An additional third problem, I had to go to Vienna to do some. Sorry, I put my forearm down on the chair and I heard what sounded like a break, and I couldn't tell if it was me or if it was the seat. And it was neither. We're chilling. Oh my god, stop! Hello, Mitsu. How are you doing? Tell Bing I also said hi. Oh, it was the chair. Okay. Jesus Christ. Where was I? Yeah, I woke up late. I got out of bed late. I produced a bit, went to Vienna to do some stuff related to work, and then I came back home, which was about 30 minutes ago. Ich bin fertig. But I did say I would do a stream today, and I can't really do it tomorrow unless I want to watch 12 loop wildcards immediately followed by 7 producer wildcards. So, in it. Right. So we have Elash, we have Mitsu, and by proxy Bing in the chat. I know Elash is in the competition. If anyone else who is in the competition, or made a wildcard, I should say, is in the chat, then let me know and I will watch your wildcard first. Now, hang on, hold on. Let me just make sure something. Okay, I have the playlist up. I have the score sheet up. I'm going to put Task Manager down. All right. And Outlook down. Can't have Antrix Tech. Yarok. Why didn't you enter? Come on, man. I was really looking forward to see a Yarok wildcard. Why am I saying Yarok? Jarok. I fucking read Yarok as if it was German. Oh, I'm so cooked. I'm so finished. If you mean I'm H-Sale from Scotland. Do forgive me, Your Highness. My liege. Right. Okay. Have I any more yap to do? Have I any more pre-stream tasks that I should do that I kind of just like forgot? Let me think. I don't have anything to drink, but like I'm right next to the kitchen. Holy shit, Silent JB! In my chat, for real. I'm honored. You can have the channel if you want. Like I'll put the stream key up again, but this time on purpose. No time. I forgive you. But yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to drink, but the kitchen is right there. And it's 12 wildcards, so it really shouldn't take that long. Do forgive a brother. Somehow I woke up less than 10 hours ago, and I'm still exhausted. But yeah, busy, long day. Okay. I don't believe I have any more yap I need to do. So I guess maybe like a quick audio check. Like if I go,
guys, what is up? This is TMY from the UK, and this is my loop.
Oh wait, actually, hang on. That's very
Loopstation wildcard for the motion beatbox battle happening in Southampton. Let's go.
Put, sustainer on my voice. Just skip a bit into the wildcard, some spoilers.
Guys, what is up?
Right.
This is TMY.
Okay, I think we're fine. Might turn the sustainer down a tiny bit. But yeah. Did you see that PVC got almost 30 wildcard? I did. I don't know if the people I said would submitted. I did not check. I also don't know if they used alternate accounts or something, but given what they were doing last weekend, I would assume that they were busy. So game is game, as one would say. Sorry, not last weekend, like a few days ago. Right. So I there's a score sheet. And that score sheet has the running order also. But I think, alright, screen recording, wildcards. Yeah, wildcards. So we have TMY, Kai, Hallway, Paul Hamstring, Epos, Silent JB, who's in my chat right now, and I'm so honored. Doll, H Sale, Elise, Lil Phil, Cruz, and him, I guess. Right. They didn't. Bastards. Wankers. I'll have a talking to him when I get home. When he gets home. Right. Okay. So. I guess I will start off with It's gonna be a very fun stream to watch. And a different genre of fun stream to host. Okay. So. I'll start off with Elash because he is in the chat. Oh, scroll down. And also, I've heard this one already, so like.
Hi, my name is Elash. I'm from France, and this is my Loopstation wildcard for the motion Beatbox battle.
Yeah, I didn't switch scene, so I believe But if you've watched the wildcard, you know what I've just witnessed. Let me just go ahead and. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Why is it? Okay, we're gonna try again. I'm just gonna reload and hope that it's not. You also.
Hi, my name is Elash. I'm from France.
Okay, we got some smooth. It's reloading.
Hi, my name is Elash. I'm from France, and this is my Loopstation.
Bro, you got it right the first time. Maybe if I reduce the quality. Okay, alright, amazing. What the fuck am I doing in 2160p? Are they trying to blow my shit up or what? Alright. Oh shit, hello Lilo. I'm such a simp for this drum groove. Everything I hear will is just 10 by default.
Riding through the avenue, we stopped for a moment when the sky took on a dark.
Oh my goodness, is that Finbar?
When the city's empty and
but like real? Hello?
So put your eyes on me. I don't wanna ruin or fade, but I wanna stay awake even if
how are you doing?
losing you someday. And you said, why should we stay there? We cannot even see ourselves. And I said, hold my hand.
I do wish there was like a bit more of a minimalistic build up into this drop. Thank you, Mr. Cashman. The good one, not the evil one. Am I ranking myself? Yeah, but at the very end. I want to watch everything else first.
One day I'll be someone you'll be proud of. I promise. Midnight dreamers never fall down. I put my flows aside. I told myself to be kind, and next time you'll be sitting here, don't forget to think of me. To think of me. To think of me. To think of me.
That fanning is nice. Big baldy head in him. Look at him. Right. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it very much. I said so in DMs. Let me think. There's two moments that I can think of that I would want to say something. Right. Everything up until here is fine.
So put your eyes on me. I don't want to ruin our fate, but I want to stay awake, even if it means losing you someday. And you said, why should we stay there? We cannot even see ourselves. And I said,
Okay. Yeah, this. I wish there was a bit more of a like minimalistic, like atmospheric rise into this drop. I feel like this vocoder section does too little, and this section does too much.
you'll never forget.
So I honestly feel like that pre-drop is more hype than the actual drop itself. Which is not necessarily a great thing. It's not a bad. It's not like it's not a catastrophe. I mean, I've been using the word catastrophe a lot more since I got over here, but it's not like track breaking, but it's also kind of important. You know what I mean? Like, you do want. Sorry, in most cases it would be track breaking, but I feel like the emphasis on this isn't necessarily on having a heavy drop. It's on the atmosphere created around it. And this does a pretty good job. I just think you could do a better one. I feel like if we go back here.
Don't even see ourselves.
That like dead air between the vocoder vocals. I feel like if you had the original chords just filtered out underneath, that would be a lot smoother of a transition. Because I feel like it's a very abrupt stop.
Losing you someday, and you said, why should we stay?
Because this kick being added in and things getting like louder and more present in the mix almost feels like a build up in and of itself, and then it doesn't have to be a build up into anything, of course. But then going from that into this, it's like build up, and then you have the first verse, and then we're rising, and then we go back down to this very low energy segment, and then back up, and it's very like not all over the place, but very sudden switches, and that kind of pulls me out of the atmosphere a bit sometimes. The video is also really nice, I have to say. This drop is pretty smooth overall. I would have liked some more sub maybe. And then what was this other thing I wanted to say? Yes, the outro vocals.
Next time you'll be sitting here. Don't forget to think of me.
Yeah, this panning delay. The panning delay is really cool. One thing I would maybe suggest instead of having, because I don't think there is any like very drastic settings on the voice. Sorry, on the panning delay itself. I would maybe suggest using like a low cut and a high cut to kind of get this very filtered out vocal sound. And it puts more of a distinction between your lead vocals and your delay vocals. So like, don't forget to think of me. Whoops, I forgot to turn it off. Let me. Don't forget to think of me. Like this. It's almost like putting a bandpass filter on it. And it sounds really nice for like these kind of outros compared to having like think of me. It's just like front vocal. It's like main vocal mix, and now it's just in the left and right over and over again, versus having those frequencies filtered out, and it's like a very clear distinction then between what's meant to be the lead vocal and what's meant to be a detail. Don't forget to think of me. Like that. Also deleted that transpose voice part. It was just for the track to get over 330. Yeah, I'm very happy about that, because I think I even mentioned it to you in the when I was giving you feedback that it's like very iffy. Just transposing a robot in general always comes out a bit awkward for the most part if you're doing like big dynamic leaps like that. And also the way you have na 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 and you still hear like the bits of it going down almost, I think, like I can't tell if it's going down just 4 semitones or if it's going down 16. I hope it's not 16. But yeah, the texture change there is like really janky. If you kept it at maybe like na 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 na, something like that, I'm sure it'd be fine. But yeah, or maybe even just singing like with an electric would be better. But yeah, those are my opinions of the track. I can't think of many like flaws. I think I put only low cut or high cut. Might try to put both. Yeah, fair enough. Also just a heads up. I have that's not like the perfect setting, of course. But for that setting, the low cut and the high cut are overlapping. So like I have my low cut at 2k hertz and my high cut at 1k hertz. So yeah, gangster shit. Okay, let me go to the score sheet. What categories did I put again? Musicality, originality, technicality, mix, sound design, and tiebreaker. Okay, I will forgive you for the Edmaster impression at the beginning, I guess. Right. Where are you? Elosh. Whoops. Musicality. Out of 25. I like the progressions. They're progressions I've definitely heard in the past. So not very like original ones, but they're smooth ones. I like the drum groove. The structure for the most part is okay. I already mentioned the points with the dynamics of the track, how I feel about that. I think actually let me go to the other ones because this is a very broad category point wise. 25, 25, 20, 15. So I'll go to the ones that are lower. I always feel like I end up setting a standard for the rest of the sheet when I give the first score. And if it's high or low, I'm kind of basing everything off of that. I try to be independent, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sound design, I think there's not too many like original sounds here. Nothing like mind-blowing sound design wise, but it's generally just a very nice track. The the sound on the drop, I fuck with a lot. I think I will put it. Let me think. I think it would need a bit more sub, but I'd more so dock from mix in that regard. Or actually, no, mix. I guess I should judge off the elements that are there, and not necessarily what's not there. So, I think sound design. I'll give this a 10. It's not like exceptional sound design. But it's very solid sound design. There's some things I would add. Mix is very clean overall. In the tracks like right now, I think I would. Is there anything I would change about it? Nothing is like offending my ears. Like nothing hurts. Nothing is like very lacking except for the sub that I mentioned. So, maybe I'd turn the drums down a tiny bit. I don't know about how much. Because I feel like they're very, very in front of the mix. And I'd love to hear the rest of the elements kind of be a bit more present. So let's go for 11. Technicality. Technicality is an awkward one to judge because I don't know what's gone into. It's the monk looking handsome. You know it. My beautiful Chinese boy. Found a way today to make the drums build up 10 seconds faster. Might be better. Yeah, that would. Well, it depends. It depends on how it sounds structure wise. Because sometimes longer build ups that are more polished and fit better into the overall composition are more worth it than fucking. No transition. You know what I mean? But yeah. Technicality. Execution is, well, I don't notice any mistakes. Which, I mean, it's a wildcard. I say as I'm about to explain all of the mistakes in my wildcard. But yeah. Is there any techniques that I feel like there's a lot that he's getting out of the machine. Not like unbelievable amounts, but he's using his resources well. Difficult one. I don't necessarily know where I'd award points. There's not really anywhere for me to take them either. Looking at it from both frames. I think I'll give on a higher range of the middle. So maybe I'd give like 14 points. It's like 75% ish. Oh, well, it was 75% ish. And my bad, gang. There we go. Originality. Originality. This kind of drum groove gets done a lot in loops. I had a track that sounded very similar to this, like that I didn't make. I didn't finish fully, but yeah. This kind of sound design, like oscillator bot sound design, robot transpose, the vocoder thing. I feel like in a way almost it's a track that's trying to do original things with non-original elements, and it's kind of succeeding. Because I feel like all of these work together in a way that I haven't fully heard before in the same fashion. I've heard everything that's been done like separately from one another, but I haven't seen it all like blended into one. So I think I'll give decent points for originality, maybe 17. And musicality. Nothing wrong with the notation, except for like that na 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 na, that like low note in the robot transpose is kind of goofy, but there's nothing else like harmful other than the structure. So I think I'll go for, is there anything exceptional? I feel like my boundary of giving like scores like 85, 90%ish is like up until maybe 70, 80%. There's nothing like wrong. There's nothing like I would say I would improve. And then beyond that, there's nothing that really like blows my mind either. So I guess I would go for 20, like bang on 80%. Seems fair to me. Actually, there was some trying to get an okay take because it was getting cold outside at 10:30 p.m. 10:30 p.m. The track is called Midnight Dreamers, and you performed this shit at 10:30 p.m. Bro, commit to the bit. Wait an hour and a half. Ooh, you know what? Minus 26 points for that. But okay. I think right now I'm pretty happy with these scores. I might revise later depending on what I say about other loopers. Okay. Right. So now we go back to the playlist order. We have Thomas M.Y.
Guys, what is up? This is TMY from the UK, and this is my
Loopstation
wildcard for the motion beatbox battle happening in Southampton.
Wait. I've forgotten, haven't I? There we go. That hi-hat is a bit piercing. Okay, he's just singing into a transpose there, I think. Yeah. This is groovy. I like it. I feel like the kick is a bit loud. And also he's doing mostly everything with his voice. Actually, I think he's doing everything with his voice. Whoa. Fuck it up, English boy.
I wanna run out of space, erasing the space, but in the chosen pace, but you clash face to face, and it's a just a grace, it's just an interface, which I will pass restraints, but sends back to the police.
There's no escape.
Yeah, the rat race, there's no escape from the rat
Of the question mark on the. There's no escape. Right. Right. Wait, have I gone off playlist? I can't tell I click onto my wildcard independently. Okay. Right. Get this motherfucker off my screen.
What's up, everyone?
Not this motherfucker. You want him here. Okay. I like that one. I like that one quite a bit. Let me think. What would I say? My main point of critique is that there's not really a lot of original things going on. Like I feel like the track is kind of very predictable in a way. In my head I was saying like, okay, first is going to come this, then it's going to come this, then it's going to come this. And more or less it came through as the track went on. I really appreciate that everything, like input-wise, is all vocally, not vocally sourced. It's in producer terms, but like, you know what I mean? It's not oscillator bot. It's not granular delay, as far as I know. From what I heard, it was just him singing with like transpose at most. So I like it. I think also the mix is solid. It's got like a very raw aesthetic to it, but I think it could have been some bit cleaner. Alright, let's go back to moi.
Guys, what is up? This is TMY from the UK, and this is my Loopstation Wild.
Yeah, it's also very groovy, which I really appreciate. This be like a very nice like round one in a battle. I think I heard like a. There's also some things that, where it feels like they weren't fully intentional details. Right. With the adjusting to the notes that you're singing with electric, where you hear like that's not electric, and there we go. You hear the switching of the notes. The notes. Yeah. Moderating the chat. Holy shit. There is no way. The only one to I only trust Bingus for my moderating needs. I'm gonna get this electric. I'm gonna get this electric off. Doo-da, doo-da. This machine initially cost me 638 euros. This is what I use it for. Bomba Club. Oh, I completely missed the delay. Right. Yeah, like you can hear the switching of notes and how in like the raw singing he's like, if he turned off the electric and he had the glide like, that would be like really nice. I love like glides in chords and very smooth, but he has the electric on, and the thing with the electric is that you can very audibly hear the steps in the glide. It's not smooth, and it comes off a bit janky. But yeah. Other than that, I, for the most part, fuck with this track. Oh my goodness gracious. It's the EQ plugin. Why does my shit still not sound good? Help. Right. If I mix my tracks, I would be taking work away from aspiring audio engineers. You're so right, Bingus, you're so right. If I stop drinking, I'm going to be putting the local bartender out of business. and they have families to feed. So if you look at it that way, I might get a beer after this. An edge stream and no one told me. Habibi, I said in the I said in the server that I was like, okay, I gotta go stream. Bye. For only €10 too. Which, fucker, still send me your details. This guy, Lilo, mastered my producer wildcard, which you'll be watching tomorrow as a group, and you will get to see the strength of his audio mastering services, and you should buy them. He won't let me pay for them, but I'm going to reimburse him in some way, shape, or form, whether or not he knows it. Remember that teacher we were complaining about a year ago? Gone. Right. So now I have to score this thing, don't I? Okay. TMY. Musicality. The structure is solid, but it's not like very creative for me. It's very like linear. It's what makes sense to come next after this. It doesn't take any risks. There we go. The harmonies are all fine. Like good. Like do 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 do. I'm losing my mind. That was a Minecraft reference. Except for like the little glides in the notes, which comes from electric, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, everything is in rhythm. Everything is in pitch. I would say I'll give this a 16 on musicality. Originality, we've been over this. There's nothing really original. Then again, I feel like this is very much a TMY track. Like, it's nothing's necessarily original about it, but I feel like TMY is kind of a looper that you hear a track and you know it's a TMY track at the same time. So I feel very conflicted about what to score this. But then again, I'm thinking in this instance, I would say maybe I would give it I gave Elash 17. I think 14 might be in order. Technicality. Doing everything with your voice, even if you have electric on, is still really impressive. I know, of course, he had like Oswald and the track effects, but I'm pretty sure most, if not all, of the input stuff was raw. So I would go ahead and drop this a 15 also. It's 15, but it's for like different reasons than Elash type shit. Mix, I get the raw aesthetic he's going for. I just think, for example, the kick. Why did I give an example of what a kick drum was? Could be a bit further behind. I feel like it's overpowering the rest of the drums. And in these kind of like trance-y songs, like in music that you just want to like move to and dance to a bit, then sure, having like the kick dominating the rhythm as something to hook onto is good. But I feel like it's smothering almost. So I would turn that down. I'd maybe clean up the drums a bit more. As I mentioned, the hi-hat is piercing at the start. So I think I'll give mix like an 8. Because for the most part, all of the vocal elements are mixed pretty well. And sound design, there's not much to hit home about the sound design. It's all very audibly like voice. Voice and drums. And then kind of standard MK2 effects. So I go for 7. Because it fits the track, it's just not really crazy good type shit. But yeah, okay. That's my opinion. Go get your details in person though. Wait, sorry, I cannot see the rest of the chat. I have to go back to just chatting. For only 10 years. Hey, hello, Shaky. How are you doing? Fuck, you did say it and I read over it. I'm disappointed in myself. It's okay. I forgive you. You're here now. The sheep that leaves the flock and returns has gone Pretend I said something inspirational, okay? Go get your details in person. I'm trying, but I live here and you live here. Shaky, you live like all the way over there, so fix that bit up. But good that you left early because the island went a bit wild. What island are we referring to? Do you have do you have some things you want to tell us about Nova? I hope he starts doing examples for everything he critiques. Bingus, I might have to, the vocals. Oh, lads, the vocals were a bit shaky. I fucking love this box. Oh, POV rhythm drop. Okay, actually, you can. Let me just. Oh my god! I'm 20 years old. It is Saturday night. This is like the best possible life I could ask for. This is amazing. Violet's Island. I know you've probably been pinged about it. Hang on. Have I been? Let's fuck around and find out. Oh, I've closed the web. Alright, we're green now. Welcome back. In the spirit of motion, I've decided to turn green for approximately 2 seconds. Right. Whoa. Thomas M.Y. You can't be doing that anymore. That's not okay. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna find out he voted for reform next.
What's up, everyone? This is Sky from Belgium, and this is my wildcard for the Motion Beatbox Battle 2026.
Belgians.
Loopstation category.
Am I right?
I made a completely different track from what I usually do, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
I did watch this one already, I think, but it was like when the wildcard first came out, and that was 3 weeks ago, so I've kind of forgotten. That clicking at the first chord is kind of unfortunate. Belgium is not real. North French or Southern Dutch jump up is my favorite genre. This is a track that takes its time, and I really appreciate that. 600 € vocal bubble generator is so good. That sweep is very loud compared to the pad. Belgium is made up by the Belgian government to sell Belgian waffles. I'm convinced. Right, I kind of wish the drums were silent recorded in this section, because I was very pulled into the atmosphere up until now, and now I've been like, taken out. I was almost falling asleep in my hand. But, I love the chords. Belgium is made up by the Pangea conman. Yeah, fuck him. I say we give it all to Switzerland. The people in Belgium just, quite frankly, don't pay enough for their goods and services. The Swiss need to teach them a lesson. atmospheres in this are really nice. But I feel like the elements that are working for it are being taken away from by the elements that are working. This motherfucker just invented subtraction. Oh. There's a lot working in favor of this wildcard, but there's a few things that are working against it, and it's like bringing it down a lot for me. Because, wait, I'll wait till it's finished to say more. Because I think this is the outro point. Yes. Okay. I've been making this genre a lot recently, as you've seen. So I have a thing or two to say about it. The main thing you need to focus on all throughout the track is that once you're in the atmosphere, you cannot be taken out of it. You know what I mean? Or you have to be pulled into like a new atmosphere. And I feel like this track has several points towards the build-up where like I'm like hypnotized in, and as I'm listening, he just like bang. I'm like, good morning. Holy shit, I missed my alarm. I'm late for work. Fuck. And then it kind of like I settle into the track now and where it's going. And then it doesn't really go in the direction that it was being set up to go, if that makes sense. I'll explain that a bit more when we get to my wildcard. But yeah, the vibes were nice. Yes, you're right, Lilo. I think the vibes and the atmosphere he's going for is super pleasant. I just think there's a few room, like, let me give some more examples. It's like everything up until here is fine. I don't know how avoidable the clicks are necessarily, because I haven't used like this kind of tech in a while. The like old Sidger tech. Like these atmospheres are beautiful. With the filter. And then the kick comes in and I'm like, whoa. Hello. So I wish that was silent recorded. Now here's one thing. I hear the snare and it's like and it feels like it's been filtered out in the mix, because there's not like a lot of impact, and it's not really coming out very clear. You know, like minimalistic snares, they still come out like clear in the mix, and this feels like it's being saved for later in a way. But then that just ends up being the whole snare, and then you have like these hi-hats that are in the front also, and it feels a bit kind of weird, I want to say. But like here, I wanted to pause, but I was just like hypnotized. Like those vocals. You know, I feel like this would benefit a lot more from being like a no drop kind of track than being like a I feel it almost feels like he had the idea of making this atmosphere and then tried to tailor it to being a wildcard also. And I lost a lot of the atmosphere. If the kicks were silent recorded, then they'd be a jump scare later. I can see it, but you work around that then in the composition. So like, what I mean is, if you have like the very tame atmosphere, then before you're about to bring the kicks in, you start like raising the dynamics a little bit, or do you either raise the dynamics or you pull them out like entirely. It depends on if you want the drop to hit or if you want the drop to be smooth. Because I think the kicks, I think the drop was trying to be smooth, and the drop would have been smooth because he added in the bass and all of the drums all at once. Like compositional wise. And it kind of, you can tell that this is the point where the energy of the track goes up a little bit, but it's still a ambience focus. But in the beginning, when the dynamics are still like very low and there's not much happening, and you're still pulled into like the chords, and then out of nowhere, and it's not just that, but he's like layering the kicks also. So you listen to it on repeat, and then the kicks are gone, and then like you hear the snare. Then it's a bit execution-wise, is a bit questionable. I still like what I hear. I think it just could have been done better, but I have definitely heard it done worse. So yeah. Thank you all for coming to the stream today. We're gonna start it again in about 2 seconds. Welcome back. Okay, so score sheet. Where is it? Google Chrome. Musicality. The chord progression is really, really lovely. The structure is overall pretty solid, aside from the few jarring moments I mentioned. The elements that he did add are all like the general composition is delicious. I love it. So I'm gonna go for 21. 21. Can you do something for me? Because he does like unique things that I really appreciate. I wish he'd done them better, so I wouldn't give like higher points, but I was kind of blown away at some of the things that he's doing. Originality, this kind of like trance style that he's going for, the like, I don't want to say meditation music, but it's always the first thing that comes to mind, is not being done a lot in the scene right now. And I really appreciate when someone has the goal to like do it in a wildcard competition where you kind of want to go, traditionally you want to like go hard. So I will give this, I gave Elash 17. I'm gonna give this 20 because I think there's some like things about like the sound design that aren't necessarily original, like just using the Osbot chords outright. Although then again, what he does with them, can I, like, you're not going to be able to do everything 100% originally all the time. It's kind of a given. But his usage of them was pretty unique. Actually, no, I'll bump it up. I'll also go 21 on this. Technicality. I feel like the loop wasn't used to its full extent. I feel like there were some more things he could have done to achieve a better outcome in the track. I know I can appreciate some of the techniques he's using. I think there was more he could have done with the track, and there was ways to achieve it. So I think technicality I would score down a bit. Maybe I gave TMY 15. I gave Elash 15. Say 12, because I don't think there's anything particularly hard on the loop that he's doing, aside from maybe like the layered kicks and getting the chords at the beginning. And getting the chords at the beginning isn't really hard, it's just kind of the thought process behind it. The mix is generally solid enough. I think I would like for the drums to, the drums are my main complaint. I feel like the kick is like too much in the front. I feel like a kick in this kind of track should better be a support element as opposed to TMY, where it's kind of like the focus. And I think the snare could have just been clear in general. You can still be clear and minimalistic, and I don't get the placement of the hi-hats kind of in the front of the mix. Everything else is pretty okay. So I think I'll go for something like 7. Or if I gave TMY 8, maybe I should give TMY 9 and keep this at 7. Sound design is all really, really good. Really, really good. So I'm going to go for, except for the sound design of the kick and the snare. Because I feel like mix you can critique on one part and sound design you can critique on the other part, and they're both kind of same shit, different ass. In this instance, a lot of the problems with the mix would be fixed with a better sound design of the snare, and then after that, yeah. I'm judging mix as to what I hear about the sound, and I'm judging sound design as to what I want the sound to be. If that makes sense. And I think neither of them are necessarily great. So sound design purely for the drums perspective could use some work, but everything else is top notch. I will go for, gave Elash 10. I'll give this 12, because 12 is like, yeah, on the border, where I would give this like 14 maybe even 15 if it wasn't for the drums. But yeah, right. Oh, right now Elash and this are tied. Kind of interesting, actually. I would not have thought for that to be the case. I guess I should settle this tiebreaker now. It wouldn't make much sense to do it later. Or actually no, I'll wait until later because I might want to like give or take points. So yeah. Also, I got a new mouse and it's blue and it's making me so happy. Right. Wildcards. Hallway. This one is Metatonnery. This one is on
Yo,
MK1,
what is up? My name
which
is
is
Hallway
really
from
cool to see.
France, and this is my Loopstation
But he is
wildcard
French.
for the Motion Beatbox Battle 2026.
And, that's minus points. Sorry, I just love the exceptionally long cable running to the loop station. I really appreciate that. I miss MK1 Robot. I think the MK2 Robot sounds better, but this just has like a very nostalgic feel to it. Meow. Hang on, we have to go back. Oh, hello. I feel like the drums getting taken in and out is a bit like sporadic. Right.
When I say death by, you say glamour. Death by, death by.
What did you
When I
say?
say death by, you say glamour.
Oh.
Death by,
Glamour.
death by.
Glamour.
When
Oh wait,
I
oh,
say
it's a
death
meditative
by,
reference.
you say
Holy shit, I just got that.
Death by,
Glamour.
death by.
Glamour.
When I say death by, you say glamour. Death by,
Glamour.
death by.
Glamour.
Bring it in.
Nice.
Death by, death
Oh, fuck. Glamour.
Bring it in.
I'm a fake fan. I didn't get the timing. I might pass it out before I can hear the wildcards that I want to hear down. What are the wildcards you want to hear? Hey, Francois, don't forget to bring your 13-meter USB
I
cable.
say death by, you say glamour. Death by,
Glamour.
death by.
Glamour. Okay, nice. I like that. I like that. I appreciate the Undertale reference. Gamer. fucking gamer. I hit the emote. Right. So it's a very like generic MK1 track. You know what I mean? Like robot. Granular delay input, distorted granular delay drop. But yeah, it's still cool to see someone rocking the MK1. You know what I mean? In the city, call me with the. I guess it could have been. Yeah, the hats were off time, so that is probably something that we're going to technicality. I think it's a good start. I think if I'm correct, this is his first wildcard, or like one of his first. Let me see. Also, am I subscribed? I fucking hope so. Yeah, this is his first wildcard. Not gonna talk about it. So yeah, it's a good first wildcard, and there's lots to improve on, but that means there's lots to learn, and that's part of the journey. You know. Plus points for being barefoot, by the way. I've just noticed that now. I thought he was in Crocs this whole time. So yeah. Also, the track takes a while to get into with the effect switching and stuff. So that would be points going on the structure. Right. I don't think this one's gonna rank very, very high, but I think I really see where I see a vision for this guy. I think he's gonna go well in the future if he keeps at it. You know, your first one was questionable, bro. My first one was a Fox Stevenson cover. Actually, can I find it? I say, can I find it as I go to the channel where I keep all of my videos. I fucking hope I could find it. Actually, no, I can definitely find it. I renamed it like last week. Oh, look at that handsome man on the thumbnail. I might also pass out. I'm kind of tired. Where is it? Here. For reference, my first wildcard was this. This. Needs to be said. We can pretend or send. Wait, why did the audio cut out? We can pretend. Oh, okay. I know. I think I know what happened. I was recording this on like a iRig, which is like a guitar to microphone. No guitar. It's like you plug it into your iPhone and you can pick up instrument audio in the microphone. I knocked that loose while recording, I think. But yeah, everyone's first wildcard has a lot to learn, and this is no exception. But it's still good for a first wildcard. Like, quite good. I think, okay. Some specific advice I'd give is maybe work on your drum mix. Because, for example, the snare layering towards the start, if we go here, it's kind of like it's very flat. And you can tell it's a snare, but it hasn't got like a lot of attack. And also I would turn down the kick relative to the snare so that they blend together a bit well, which you really want for these house style tracks. Of course, the hi-hat timing is a bit off. Yeah. And then the first drop is kind of just like all of the elements brought back together, which is fine. But usually you want to do that after some downtime between the build-up. You would want a different section in between. So like you can have build-up, drop, build-up plus new element. Sorry, build-up, new section, build-up plus new element, drop. You know what I mean? That's not the worst thing in the world. It's just that you need that section in between for us as listeners to kind of not forget, but stop having that intro section directly in mind, so that when everything comes back, it's kind of like fresh again almost. And then the drum switch is good. Just again, same feedback about the snare. I think here the hi-hat timing is better. I feel like it's slightly off time. This is really good. For a first wildcard, knowing to do this is really good. Having like an interactive section. It works a lot better live, of course, but yeah. This is cool and a nice little reference. It's just very generic MK1 drop. So yeah, quite a few things to work on, but I really appreciate the effort. Technically, I can still choose my cringe first wildcard, and it's going to be fire and memorable. Yeah, you have time. You have time to make your first wildcard as painful to look back on as possible. But I don't know what I said, but I had nothing else to add to the conversation. Yours was a cover of Ocean by I Remember This Now. I remember this now. I mean, I respect it. I respect the hustle. I don't even think you were the first one to do something. I think Premek covered Worthless from MH for, was it LCU or ALC? I think ALC. Yeah, probably. And anyway, moving on. All right, score sheet. Hallway. Musicality. I think everything is in harmony for the most part. It's just not very complicated. And I know the MK1 is limited, but you can still do some really cool musical stuff with it. So, I would say 10. Nothing's out of harmony, but nothing's really like, nothing's solid. It's like book moves. You get what I mean? Originality, not very original, but I do appreciate the crowd control segment, and I do appreciate the Undertale reference type thing. So I'll give this, like, it's a bit, I can see a bit of personality in the track, so I'll go for 8. Technicality is not very, like, technically impressive either. But I like, for example, the drum switch was ambitious, so I will go for I think 8 also. Mix, we commented about. I think the fact this is an MK1 already means that your mixing opportunities aren't great, but there's still some stuff you can do. So I think maybe 4. Then sound design, it's kind of all very predictable MK1 sound design. So I will go for 5. Right. Second 35 points. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Moving on to the
Paul
next
Hamstring
wild
Motion
card.
Beatbox Battle, Loopstation Beatboxing.
It's Paul Hamstring. Yo, Cyclone, hello.
Cause we hit 'em like Bangarang. Cause we hit 'em like Bangarang. bangarang. What? Cause we hit 'em like bangarang. What? Cause we hit 'em like bangarang. Cause we hit 'em like... Bangarang.
This is the best editing that we've seen in the entire competition. Easily.
Cause we hit 'em like...
Yeah, this is stupid.
Cause we hit it like... Okay.
This is unironically going to place high, and I find that's very funny.
Like bangarang. Cause we hit 'em like what? Cause we hit 'em like bangarang. Okay, checkers.
Hello everyone, this is Epos and this is going to be for the Motion
my God, it's
Beatbox Battle
Epos.
Loopstation 2026.
Hang on, let me go back to this previous wildcard.
Paul
Oh my
Hamstring
God,
Motion Beatbox Battle
it's
Loopstation.
Epos. All right, so it's kind of the best wildcard so far. But yeah, I mean it's really fun to listen to. To be fair, to its credit, right, I kind of have to score this now, don't I? Right. I don't know. I'm personally lost for words. I am speechless. Okay. So it's a bangarang cover. So I can't like give it like full. Can I give it full musicality points? Or full? No, I don't want to give it full of either, but like I have to dock it somewhere. I guess originality. They're both 25, so it makes the most sense. So let's start off like as a cap of 12.5. It's all solo beatboxed. It's all raw beatboxed except for the drums, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna give it a 10. Musicality out of 25. It's structurally sound. The drops are led into both very well. The build up is fun to listen to. Yeah. I can't really find much flaw in it. I guess I'm not a big fan of the like second drop with the, for example, and it's just because it stays on the tonic for so long with no like pitch change. It's kind of it's the tiniest bit like boring. But aside from that, I don't have much to critique. So yeah, 20 something. Gave Kai 21. I don't think this is better musicality than Kai. So maybe just 20. Technicality, the fact it's also a beatbox is very impressive. Similar to TMY, but done better. EQ is really solid. I would say 16. Is there anything I would give more points for? Let me think. It's a very hands-on track. There's not like a lot of automation. Yeah, I'd go as far as to say 17. I think it's not as mind-blowing as Epos, for example, with the beatbox technicality. In addition, which we're getting to next. I didn't watch this wildcard yet, but I mean, I presume it's going to be that solid. Mix is pretty good. I think I would like some things are a bit harsh, like the kick, for example, and the sound in the second drop. But yeah, other than that, I don't have a lot to critique about it. It's all solo raw beatbox, and there's like solid subs, for example, which is good. I'm gonna go for 12. Sound design I'm conflicted on because I gave it's all yeah, I guess like it's all like lip basses, you know. Lip basses and singing with a voice. And that kind of all like blends into one another. But the drums were designed well. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 10 points. Alright. I find it a bit stupid that the only reason this isn't ranking first is because it's a cover. Oh, lads. Alright. Actually, I really want to settle that tie between Elash and Kai right now. I think I prefer Elash's wildcard a bit more. Than I do Kai's. Oh, right. Okay, we're just going to change this to be 0 plus or minus 1. Because I can't do an intervals of 0.5. Right. Do forgive me, Loita. I've broken the score sheet. Right. Okay. The energy is incredible. Yeah. That's what I love about it. It's so much fun to listen to. Like hearing this live would be ridiculous for various
Hello
reasons.
everyone, this is Epos and this is going to be for the Motion Beatbox Battle Loopstation 2026. All the best.
Right, rib. I love the groove.
Hey, yeah, I'm the king of the movement. Putting all of the grooving into all of your shoes then. I get the whole place moving. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around.
I love this.
I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. We don't play around. And I'm fucking up reality. Hey, 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 fucking up reality.
Hungry horses demanding what they want on the strike. Whoa.
We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound.
That's like 20 out of 20 technicality.
Fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. We don't play around. As I'm fucking up reality. Jump. Jump. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound. We don't play around. I'm fucking up the sound.
Oh, I think I came like 7 times. Oh. I'll leave stream after Epo scoring because I'm really, really tired. It's okay. Okay. Go get your rest. Good night. God bless. I say that in advance. I mean, I don't have a lot to say. I think my face throughout the track said everything. So, for example, right. Score sheet. Musicality. Wait, actually no. I want to get this out of the way first. I've nothing to critique. Mix, I guess I would have liked if the snare was a bit less boxy. But aside from that, I don't have anything else to say. Sound design, like I feel way more balanced than Mr. String, for example. Like there's a lot more variety in the type of sound used. And what am I trying to say? I'm so scared right now. Right now. Anyway, my point is, I will give this. What did I say? 15. Can I think of anything to not give points on? Can't really think of anything. Something about this doesn't feel like a 15 out of 15 sound design, but I don't feel any area I'd get rid of it from. I guess a snare, but like the snare design and the snare mix both kind of are awkward to me. I would have liked maybe like a wider snare. I don't know. I'll go 14, and if I can't find another reason, I'll probably give it higher. Originality, can I I guess. some of the concepts have been done before, like the lip roll into. I really should be able to do a basic lip roll by now. I need to lock in. Like sound is very reminiscent to culture, but also at the same time isn't, because it's not been done on loop. Genre, I can't think of anything. A few tracks have been like this before. It's not a cover. But this is very much an Epos style, so I guess 24. I would give it. And lastly, musicality. Rhythms are interesting. The progression throughout the track is not like complex, but it doesn't necessarily need to be. In this instance, it's like simple, and the focus is good. I think the intro is like the build up is kind of slow. It takes a while to get into. I think the payoff is worth it, but it's still like a bit boring. I'm gonna go 22. But yeah, 93. That like checks out for me. You know what I mean? I can't really find any other reason why I'd not give points. I think it factors into being original and also technical. No performance point. Call him interesting. Yeah, Lilo is kind of right. Like, I am thinking of the performance here in a way, but I feel like that reflects in the originality and the execution. Also, performance is very important, but I feel like these categories are more important in a way. And I just want like this kind of score sheet with only 5 genres for like casual ranking, you know, like just for fucking gits and shiggles. But yeah, I'm also very tired. I'll do all of the tracks today, of course, because we're through 7 of them. But I might take a break soon. Silent Jingus Bingus.
Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Silent GB, and this is gonna be my Loopstation wildcard for the Motion Beatbox battle. I hope you guys enjoy.
That's very harsh of an intro. There's like a lot of highs in that sound. Nice. That second snare feels a bit off time. I also feel like the panning of the drums is very distracting more than anything. I almost took my whole setup down. His friend killed me and destroyed my base in Minecraft, so minus 30 points. Oh yeah, for sure, of course. Right, that bass sound makes a bit more sense in the context of the drop. this bass double speed thing is a bit loud relative to the rest of the track, I feel like the rest of the drop. Right.
Okay, and your sweet sense, I know you're judging this. You're probably saying, oh man, he's reusing again. Man, shut the fuck up.
He's reusing again, stop acting suck up.
Well, I'm not sweet, so that doesn't apply to me. Okay. Wait, I want to see, can I throw my mic and catch it? Throw my mic clap and catch it. I almost tanked my whole setup doing that. Right. Okay. Yeah, I get my critique. Oh, sorry. Let's refer to a previous comment. My only critique is the bass. How long? Fuck. Then I also would say something about the stereo. You know, the stereo is a bit distracting. Yeah. $600 goofy vocal machine. Now. So yeah, I think the bass has a few too many highs. And is like very repetitive all throughout the track. So if I would turn some of that down and find some more variation other than double time, it would be good. And then, yeah, the drums feel very disconnected in the mix. I want to say it like that. The kick and the snare are fighting for control in a way, while you have the background elements are very in the front. So I turn down the volume of the like, and also maybe make them a little less wide. Yeah. Other than that, what I'm seeing like in front of me is pretty gangster. I would love a bit more stub in this drop. That oscillator bot melody is really sweet. Yeah, there's just like a lot of really high information, and that would be very like hurting live, I feel like. So yeah. So G-nut butter. Let's have a look. Musicality. Everything is pretty fine. It's just kind of not very interesting after the recording process, I feel like. I guess I'd give it a 18. Although I'd say TMY had better musicality, or I'd say closer to TMY, but I still give this a few more points. Originality sounds like Rocket League music. That had nothing to do with the criteria. I feel like it's a cover of a Rocket League song, because I know this is an old track, like a very old track. I think it's GBB 2024 Wildcard, and I feel like I remember around that time someone said it was Rocket League. But that's so far past I can't remember it. And also I'm thinking of bam 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 bam. I'm gonna give 15. Or actually, let me look at what I've given. Paul Hamstring, I gave 10 because of half points. Howie, I gave 8. Kai gave 21. TMI, I gave 14. Elash, I gave 17. It seems fair, I think. Because the sounds aren't necessarily original. The genre choice isn't necessarily original. It's not a lot of very original things, but I feel like this track isn't a blatant copy of anything either, so it's in kind of like the middle ground threshold. Technicality, I guess in a way this is kind of like in some sense, a technical track. It's a technical track at the expense of other categories, but not in a way that I feel like pays off a lot for this category. So I'm gonna say 15 also, because I like the fact that like he's using the features of the MK2, like he's stopping, he's starting, he's doing quite a bit with the material he recorded at the start, but I would love to see him with some more changes throughout the rest of the track. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a sense of technicality that's kind of ignored. Is like having the risk of doing. Some loopers don't change enough, and some loopers change too much. And I think this is a track where he's not changing enough. Is what I'm trying to say. Mix. Yeah, I think as I said, there's some things about the drums that are a bit awkward, and some frequencies that are like piercing throughout the track, and that really is like bothering me. So I'm gonna score it a bit lower. I'd say maybe 8. Or actually, I gave TMY a mix of 9. TMY had nothing like offensive. It just had like it was just a bit muddy. It's like it had room for improvement. This had stuff that was very offensive. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sound design, it's all kind of like very basic OSPOT based. I'm whining. I'm gonna give this maybe 8 also. So right now I have Silent JB above TMY. That's a bit interesting. I wouldn't say so if you like asked me. Is there anywhere I could change that? Anything that I've not? I guess I was very harsh on originality for TMY. So I would make that change in the score in light of what I've given other people also. Okay. Track is really dope. Oh, yeah, sorry, that's the same comment from earlier. It's all Lilo beatbox. I can't tell the contrast. Yeah. Right. Bunnies by Dull. So I met Dull at NUE 2024, and he's like a
Yo,
really,
what's up?
really
My
nice
name is
dude.
Dull. I'm from France, and
so I hope this is a good track.
Yo, what's up?
Oliver
My name is
Richmond
Dull. I'm from
rework.
France,
Okay.
and this is my wildcard for the 2026 Motion Beatbox Battle.
I need to change this thing again.
Battle, Loopstation category.
But
2026. Let's go.
He's using an MK1. I believe, yeah? Yeah, he has 3 input knobs.
There were bunnies that were jumping on a trampoline, and I just knew that they weren't real. If a part can inhabit and I know where I bit, it might manufacture the way you make me feel. After I What the fuck? Sometimes it feels like your love is as real as an unknowing beneath.
That's amazing. I just wish the drop was a bit louder, but like.
There's a woman who is talking on my TV screen, and I just learned she doesn't exist. Her mind was created, her voice generated, a soul and a lead and a lead from not being kissed. How do I know that this girl's really listening? Now you can change how it looks with a wave of your hand and a fuck ton of money. Am I just an annoying party? Am I just an annoying party? No. There's a woman who is talking on my TV screen, and I just said she doesn't exist. Her mind was created, her voice generated, a soul as I live on the leaves have not been kissed. No.
What the fuck? Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry, I have to take a moment of silence after that one. I was not expecting that out of Doll. I've never heard him loop before. Fuck. Me. That's gangster. I think like the drops are my least favorite part about the track. And that's not to say the drops are bad. It's just that everything surrounding it is like, oh. Sorry, I'm not crying out of emotion, by the way. I'm very tired. I yawned. Just to make it clear. Fuck. God, I really hope we both qualify and I don't battle him in the quarterfinals. Mainly because I want to be in the crowd when I hear this, like when this is like live for the first time. This genuinely feels like a song. Yeah, this is like more of a song in a weird way for me, like, than the original, like thematically, because of the fact that it's all like human sourced, like, and I think I saw bunnies on a trampoline and I just learned that they weren't real. If like, I should have words for this. I don't have words for this. It's just beautiful, gorgeous, finito, amazing. I think I would take maybe one or two things away in terms of like the drop quality, but I'm blown away by everything else. I hate judging Wildcards. Like I find it fun, like to first of all hang out with everyone, and second of all to listen to some cool music and give opinions on it, and learn some things that I could do in my own music. I I just hate looking at like something like this, and then thinking, okay, where am I going to have to find flaw? So like I have respect for judges when they do that kind of job. Granted, that's when they do the job well. What the fuck is double team eighth? But yeah, doll, my beautiful baby doll. Musicality. I have to score this like really high. I think I don't like the drops at all, really that much, but I think everything else around it is so good for me that I'm willing to give it like still up in the like the higher end of the 20s. Originality. It's a rework, so I'm not going to score it like max points or anything. But knowing the source material, I'm not going to dock it too many either because he's gone like a very different direction than the original. I also hear some like Martin Bonatti influence in the drops, in like the drums, for example. To be honest, so I think originality. I would maybe go for technique wise. There's not a lot original, but like no one sounds like this at the same time. So I'm gonna say 20 on the dot normally, and then I guess 17. No, yeah, 17. I think just because I have to take some points away. Technicality. The vocals. First of all, let's remember there's no auto tune on the MK1. The vocals he's doing and staying in pitch with is unreal. I'm gonna say 18 because I feel like the vocal technicality, like his technicality on as like a skill level as a musician is, whoa. I just feel like there's more to be desired from his usage of the loop. Mix is solid, but the drops are both really quiet, which is a bit frustrating because it would be so much higher ranking if it wasn't for that. I'm gonna give this 10 on the dot. What did anything else get 10? TMY got 9. Actually, yeah, I'd say maybe Silent JB got 8 though for his mix. Yeah, actually that's fair. That makes sense for me. Sound design out of 15, I would say sound design in the drops is a bit weak. But also he used like, and he got that to come out like clean. It's maybe 12 because it fits the track a lot, like really, really well. So that puts Doll second above Elash for me, which is interesting as a result. But honestly, I feel like it makes sense in a way. But still, like, I feel like it's just about above Elash, but still significantly below Epos, and that is valid for me. You get what I mean? No, like, how would you rate my British accent? Oh my god, you don't see the score sheet. I'm a bit silly. Oh, you guys don't see the score sheet? My bad. Let me pull up. You guys don't see the score sheet? My bad. Let me pull up the wild card. I love that bit so much. Bang. His singing is crazy. How would you rate my British accent? I never did give you a number, did I? Let's see. How many seats did the Greens win in the election? Let me go find out. I'll give you that many points. Just because your name is Green. Right. So out of about 4,000, I'll give you 586. God bless you. Anyway, yeah, those are my scores. Edmaster trying to find the right scene level, impossible. You're absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. There you go. That second one wasn't even intentional. The first one was. Yeah. It's fine. Right. So, who do we have next? Alice, Lil Phil, Cruz, and then me. Been streaming for 2 hours now. Do I take a break? I don't want to take a break because like it's 1 a.m. I feel like if I take a break, I'm just gonna fall asleep. So let's just power through. Alice.
Hi, I'm Alice, and this is my Loopstation wildcard for the Motion Beatbox Battle 2026.
I need to start doing chromatic steps again. Right, delay tech, but like the old kind of delay tech. The drums feel slightly off time, like that first hi-hat in particular. French.
T'as peur du monstre en toi. Alors tu cours, t'essayes d'effacer cette voix. Alors tu cours sans te demander pourquoi. Alors tu cours trop loin. Tu m'as oublié sur ton chemin. Tu m'as oublié.
I'd love if they were panned a bit like left and right.
Ils sont réels, faut que tu te réveilles, t'as du talent, t'es un gagnant, t'as le pouvoir d'aider les gens avec ton art, tu peux raconter ton
Alright, I like the flow of this section a lot.
C'est pas dans le noir qu'on fête une grande victoire. C'est pas dans le noir qu'on fête une grande victoire. Tu m'as oublié. Pas dans le noir qu'on fête une grande victoire.
Right. Okay. I like the style Alice has been going in recently. The type of music she's been making. I think I prefer the Robeat wildcard over this one, because it feels like a more finished idea in a way. But I also think I like where this one can go. I see the potential in this track a bit more, if that makes sense. I think there's a few things that could be worked on some more, and this would be like peak. Let's go back to the big ass face cam. Look at my playground for clip versus wildcard broski. Let's take a break from motion. I mean, we could, but I ain't taking a break from Loopstation to go watch more Loopstation. I would rather blow my shit smooth off on stream, but I appreciate the offer. I'll probably do 1 or 2 streams of clip versus playground reactions. I feel like, in a way, as one of the event hosts, it's like good idea. What is that I see on my screen? Red. I don't forgive you. Let's see. Hello, how are you? Ah. No, I forgive this French. Bonjour. Wait. Oh yeah, I put this all in one shot mode. I forgot. I missed the stop button. Oh wait, no, I have this set to like. Oh yeah, there we go.
Bonjour. Comment ça va? Salut. Ça va? Et toi, ça va?
No, fuck. No. I fucked it. Comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle Nicolas. Je m'appelle Marie. Marie? Hope you all enjoyed that loop showcase. It's just shum of the material. I'm getting ready for motion. But yeah. Wait 1 sec. All right, we are all chilling. Okay. Right. Sorry for that brief interlude. I have to score Alice now. So, musicality. I think one of the things I'm missing from this is a switch. I would have really liked to switch away from the main progression, which is what I think her last wildcard for Roby done really well, with the So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think also the arpeggios are interesting when I first hear them, but then having like the same octave, the same octave double rate is kind of, they're like, it's an awkward one. It's not very well separated for me personally. And then kind of like the main variation being that they get double speeded and half speeded again. I would have loved for some more, like, some new elements. So yeah, I think the composition has a lot of potential, like this idea, but I wanted to go into something else. So yeah, I'm gonna give it maybe. Given I gave Silent JB 17. Actually, I think what I might do, I'm gonna go back and score this down a bit. And then give this a 15. So 14-15 with TMY having 16 points, I would say is fair. Originality. This kind of liquid drum and bass style is good, but also it's not very unique right now. It hasn't. I think Robeat would have been a more clear example of like a defined Alice style than this. It's kind of awkward. I need to judge this without thinking of the other track. The other track is like really good. It's still stuck in my head. And that's the problem, because I'm comparing it to something from a different competition. But it's just an example of what can be done and what I wish was done here, if that makes sense. I think I'll go for, because the other side of it is, for example, like the snare is not very original. The distortion melody sound is not very original. The bounce technique is not very original. So maybe I'll go for 15 also. Kind of in the same, because I'm looking at it from the same lens of musicality, is that like I like what's done, but I wish there was more done, and I know more can be done, is how I feel about it. Technicality, the vocals were pretty difficult to execute, I'd say. Some of the higher notes, and I appreciate that the loop station has been used, like interacted with a lot throughout the track. I just think that there's more resources available, and there's things you could use those resources on. So I would maybe say I'm gonna give 12, and I've given 60% for every score so far, and that's not necessarily original. I don't mean like original, intentional. I don't mean it to be. I feel like this is like a very 60% track in a way. Mix. I think for this kind of track, I would have liked a thicker snare, not necessarily like a PF, but maybe, for example, the snare Bannon had, like the double timed. Let me. And then imagine this actually works. Oh, yeah, my bad. I forgot I'm on 180 BPM. Oh, I'm on 151. And then, yeah, that like slice underneath. That with a bit of stereo imaging would be, whoa, beautiful. I'm also trying to make sure that I don't get too loud, because I really don't want to disturb the neighbors downstairs. Type shit. I am on the score sheet. I'm not even on the score sheet. I need to get these better arranged. All right. Mix. Yeah, the snares. Nothing was like offensive, I feel like. No drastic leaps in volume. So I guess I'd say, yeah, same score as TMY. Not, oh my god, that's 60% again. Sound design. Oh, let me explain this first. Same as TMY-ish, where there's nothing outright I would say is wrong. Not a whole lot is done strictly right. And there's a few things I'm still asking for out of the mix. So yeah. Sound design. I would have liked maybe some more interesting textures or like contrasting textures between the two versions of the ARP melody. Just so that it's easier to, make a difference between them as the track goes on. Actually, I'm gonna go for 8 on mix, I think. Because I'm thinking also I would have loved some more panning generally in the track to help separate out the elements. I think maybe 9. I think 9 on this would make the most sense for me personally. So that puts Alice below Silent JB. Let me look at those two because I still feel like I would have Alice above Silent, but then again, I guess it's also I would understand why Alice would be below Silent. Right. Yeah, I'll look over the sheet one more time before I am finished, probably. J'adore le master to Ed. 12 minutes later. Time message. Right.
Hello.
I wonder if
Phil.
I wonder
I'm
if
from
this guy is
Finland.
going to qualify for
fucking
Motion
exhausted.
Beatbox Battle.
And this is my wildcard for the Motion Beatbox Battle 2026 Loopstation category.
Wait, hold on. I know this track from Vocal Total.
No, break it down. No, break it down. No, break it down. No, break it down. Break it down.
Wow. I love this drop and everything onwards, but I'm not a big fan of what came before it. Hold up. You know what I mean? I didn't react to that one much, mainly because I've heard it a few times before. But yeah, I fuck with the Switch. Me too. I also like the Switch quite a bit. I just don't like the build up. The build up is very like, I don't want to say stale, but I feel like it's out of character with the rest of the track in a way. And it's very slow. The part that I enjoy from the wildcard takes a long time to get to. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, it would be nice if we didn't have to wait so long for like the action to kick in. But when the drop starts, the first drop, I really fuck with it. Like it's very very smooth, especially with the details of like the vibrato and stuff. And you can feel, if you can just like kind of feel yourself in the crowd, and he's like moving along. I guess is what I'm saying. It's not like hype, it's just kind of meant to pull you in. Second drop is much more hype. It's like not very new in a way. In the sense, sorry, not very new. What I mean by that is, yeah, I hope that clears it up. Yeah, what I mean by that is, why are the words not coming to my head? Like, it's not a big switch. It's only a switch of the drums, which you can kind of tell is coming from the start because you hear him record it. But it's nice to see executed. And I think when the hype wears off, I would have loved something much more new. And we still got the new with the thing. But I would love something a bit more new in comparison to that, like a proper second drop. But yeah, I still like it quite a bit. Okay. Lingus Fingus. Musicality. I feel like the structure between the build up and it almost feels like he made the drop first and then tried to get into making the rest of the track later, which kind of bugs me a bit. So I'd have to take a few points away for like the structure, for example. Everything is harmonically intact. It just doesn't make some of the switches just don't make a lot of sense to me. So I think maybe 17. Originality is a lot of the sounds aren't original. Most of them aren't original, I should say. But it's a Lil Phil style track. So I'm kind of conflicted. I know I've said that for a few people, but this is one of the instances where like you kind of know directly where the sounds are from, and that's bad. I'd say maybe if I gave Alice 15, might go 15 on this also for different reasons. Similar-ish reasons. Technicality. The switch was impressive. The build-up seemed well organized, albeit a bit slow. There's a lot happening in the track. He's taking advantage of the resources he has. I'd say maybe 14. Mix is, for the most part, solid. Like the drop sounds, like the drop instruments are all mixed together pretty nicely. Then again, I would kind of wish the drums and the drop sounds worked a bit better together, and I'd like if maybe the drums are a bit quieter. So I'd say like pretty good mix, 11. Because who else did I give? I gave 11 to Elash also, and it feels like a similar standard of the mix for me. I would have also liked a bit more sub on the drop. So maybe actually 10. Sound design, I will go for... It's quite interesting sound design. You know what I mean? It's like the vibratos make it flow. It's got movement. It's very MK2 generic, but it's got movement, and that's not something a lot of MK2 loopers are doing well. So let's say I think 11 on this also. Right. That put. Since it's not realistically not going to make any world of difference, I'm giving this 10 because I'm not having that. Right, I'm giving him exclamation mark points. It seems I'm not having that number on my score sheet, and this doesn't have any direct influence on the competition, so that means I can do whatever I want. Mashallah. Right, hit the Shazam as a reaction. Oh my fucking god, Leute. The number was 6-7, by the way. Just to let you know. I hate saying that out loud even. Hey. Alright. Last two wildcards, Cruz and then.
Yo, this is Cruz, and this is my wildcard for the Motion Beatbox Battle 2026 Loopstation category.
Alright,
let's go.
Right. I don't know if it's not going to be allowed because of the metronome. I mean, like, I guess if Kai says it's okay, it's okay. I thought we were getting into a drop at this point. I got excited. I really love some new drums here. Tell Paul I said no worries. Right. I feel like the problem with this is mainly just that it's very oversaturated. Like, first of all, it feels like a freestyle. I think it is, or like, well, not a freestyle outright, but just kind of an idea. Then like it takes us 2 minutes to get to the first drop. In the first drop, I would love some more sub. Find this drop kind of cool. I'm just missing some open hats, some shakers, help with the pacing. Yeah. Paul Hamstring approves this message. Oh, does he now? Godspeed. God bless. Oh, whoa, whoa. I faulted TMY for earlier. This is not what I meant. That was not what I meant. Yeah, I'm going to prison. Federal prison, as a matter of fact. Shit. I did not mean to. Right. Okay. Score sheet. Not a whole lot happens in the composition here. There's not a lot like. There's the second drop is rhythmically pretty interesting. That's kind of it. I even feel like the it's kind of throwing off the key a little bit sometimes. So I think I'll just give this like 13-ish. Originality, it's kind of like how do I put it? I need to see. I need some more work on like sounding unique in Cruise's identity. I think. Still remember the Cruise versus Reload battle. That was so peak. Yeah, like the second drop felt like effects kind of cobbled together as much as I like it. The first drop was just distortion. The sounds are all like well known already. So I think there's not much for me to give points on. I'm gonna have to go also like pretty low. Technicality. There was like a lot of mistakes made, so I have to score that low too. So I'll give it 5-ish. Mix was very blasted. Everything was trying to be in the front all at once. There was something, it felt like everything was reverbed with the same reverb, and it got very clogged. Nothing had room to breathe all throughout the track, and it was kind of disappointing. So, yeah. Sound design. Sound design was fine up until first drop. First drop was not so fine. Second drop was pretty cool. Third drop was also pretty cool. So I guess I'll give it like 7. Right. Any ties? Nope. Okay. Now I have to move on to mine. I think, like, just kind of from the outside perspective, I'd put mine below Doll. Probably. Paul Hamstring will be remaining. I Can't Stop by Flux Pavilion. That's a shame. Paul Hamstring. What did I miss? Paul Hamstring does not condone this. Paul, nice. I also fuck with Paul a lot. Right. Let's go all the way back to this one. The intro. I'll try and be quick with this because I think most of us want to go to bed, me included.
Hi. This is Edmaster. This is my wildcard for the Motion Beatbox battle.
Right.
Stuck at a crossroads. For as long as I remember, I've closed myself off from the
My hair has gotten so much longer. Holy
I
shit.
open up when I shut down.
I mean, like, no shit, hair grows, but like, I've just seen the contrast.
Self-reliant, my peace of mind always came first. I never stopped to think if I was better off or worse. But now with you beside me, I know the walls I built for peace.
I wish I wasn't so upright in this section. But it also doesn't feel like a squatting section, you know what I mean?
So we can finally meet. We'll sit and listen to the wind rustling the trees.
My mic got so clogged with saliva on every single take of that section. I have to get better at doing crashes like dry. I think it was at this point one of the other takes that like a fucking banana boat like flew past the camera. I wish we had the footage. I think we might. Me when I fucking get you. Right, nice. Done deal. Bro thinks he's Disney. I don't think you are showing. I hope we all enjoyed listening to that wild card. I mean, there was like the video was just over me like standing over the loop like so. We didn't miss too much. The occasional fucking up and down motion. Eating a digestive for Edmaster. Fucking God bless you, Paul. Or Orange. Thank you. Let Paul know I said God bless him. I'm not quite sure what for. And thank you for eating a digestive. Lilo, you're doing what? Okay, so I don't have any reaction commentary to give to this track, to be fair. I wonder why there's no wow factor for me. But yeah, I'm gonna just go straight to the score sheet. Bro, how did I miss showing my entire screen? Okay. I need to just like make this these scenes all be just screen display. Okay. Musicality. I think there's a few mistakes in the musicality. Let me go back. This time I know it's not on the screen, so don't worry. It's like intentional. A few mistakes in 2 areas. No, 3 technically. So here in the start. So here, like this first area, mistake 1. If I never stop to think, that little chromatic step upwards is not registered in the key for electric, and it gets very finicky to listen to. So, because electric is not very good at going out of tune, it doesn't do minors properly. There we go. It's just like very unstable. Be like electric. Don't do minors. I think this is all fine. Up until I'd like that nothing that I, and then it goes need. It should be nothing that I need, like clean type shit. And this isn't really like a mistake. It's just kind of personal preference. I fucked up the recording of this. It wasn't supposed to stay in the same octave. It should have been. We'll tear them down together, so we can finally meet. We'll sit and listen to the wind rumbling the trees. Which I mean, I don't know how the fuck wind rumbles a tree. It should have been rustling in the trees. That's fine. There wasn't any mistakes there. Just like a bit of a quivery, like not off pitch but unstable. Yeah. Here. So the next mistakes come here in the chord layering. Not here. Here. Fine. Just fine. And then it's not really a mistake, but that like sweep upwards with the off spot is very rough. And it's definitely possible for it to not be as rough. Because I've done it before. Like you can hear the yeah. And this is fine. The next problem is here. And it's not really a problem with the composition, but these phaser plugs. You can hear like they go like din, because I'm not on time, and it's not strong enough. So how it should sound normally is actually, let me save my memory. How it should sound is nope. Is it here? Nope. Like that. Which is a lot more stable. Here it's fine. But yeah. You could shift it up +1 in the settings of electric next time. Yeah, I could do that. That's also an option. But I think it might be just more efficient to rewrite that part slightly. Never stop to think if I was better off or worse. If I if I was better off or worse. I'll see which one I prefer. I'll see if I is worth the effort or not. But yeah. Anyway. Oh, sorry. Forgive me. That's all to say. Going back to the score sheets, there's some places I dock for musicality, but I think I also do a good enough job and like a really good job. Because I think one thing I really appreciate about this, the idea of the track in general, was that it was supposed to start like from the beginning. It was supposed to start from the beginning. Sure thing, buddy. Like you have these few seconds of build up, and then
crossroads.
everything else it's all like you can't cut anything besides those sections at the start and feel like the track is complete. And even then, it's kind of hard to cut those because it feels like it all feels integrated with one another. I wanted the track to begin from second 0, I guess. And I also think the orchestration is really well done. I feel like the guy left a review like, I am the author and I think I did a pretty good job. So yeah, I'm going to give this 22 points, I think. Makes sense. I gave Doll 22 points also, so checks out. Originality, I don't see many other people doing this style of music. Except for Juno, because I did take a lot of inspiration from Juno's 2025 GPP wildcard. I'm trying to think of like the direction I should take this in. But not many people have done it since Juno. Also, Toxic had a pretty solid attempt from Clip 2v2. No, 2v2 Clip Champs 3. I think it. No, not Clip Champs 3, but like Clip Champs 2025. So originality. Sound design is not very original. It's mostly Osbots. And distortion, reverb, strings that like I use the same string preset in 2024 even. So I would go as far. I would say maybe 20 on originality. Like the musicality is very original, but the track itself is not very original. Sorry, the sound design is not very original. Technicality. I'm using all of the resources I can on this loop, on this memory, like all of my assigns, all of my control functions. There's a lot of like manual switching, for example, between the drums, using a current effects assign, swapping between the notes on the oscillator bot, swapping the notes in the sequencer. I feel like this is a very technical track. I feel like there's a lot that can go wrong live, and getting it right live is important. However, I did make mistakes in getting it right live, so I can't give myself too much credit. So I'm going to go for 16. I think makes more sense. Mix, I think this is pretty solidly mixed. Maybe their sub is quite blasted at some points. I would turn it down like by a decibel or 2. But everything is like well balanced. Everything is balanced, has its own place, especially in the stereo field. Is like very well controlled. I think nothing is harsh. I'd like a better snare. I'd like the snare to be mixed better, way better. That's it, really. That sub. Vocals are very quiet. So I think I'll give myself. If I gave Elash an 11 for mix, I think I'll give myself also 11. No, I think 12. Because I feel like I have fixed some of the problems from Elash's, for example. But I have my own set, but I don't think mine are as severe. And then sound design. Okay. The sound design is not particularly complex, but I think it's very okay. Like for example, it's not complicated at all, and I've already docked originality, which I might actually take away one more point from originality, because I feel like 20 is a bit too high. What are the words I'm looking for? Like the first sound is just granular delay, low pass filter, stuff like that. We all know. Second one is oscillator bot distortion. We all know. Same with the ARPs, oscillator bot distortion. We all know. The is straight off spot. Same with the one that comes after it. And then they all kind of blend together in like a really, really nice orchestrated way. Like the chords, the filter, like it's all OSPOT, but it all works except for the bass, which is not just OSPOT. And then the bass has the synth on top of it during the drop, for like some more harmonics, so it doesn't feel as empty. It takes up more of the low mids. The vocals are pretty nicely designed. I feel like, just not as in front of the mix as they should be. And I think string sound design is pretty solid for what I want it to be. It's more like a string pad. Because I think like straight violins wouldn't really work, for example. Then the flanger plucks and the phaser plucks I think are fine, but the flanger plucks are a bit not quite what I was going for. But then again, I didn't have many resources left to go somewhere else. So yeah, I think sound design is overall pretty good. Oh, I really like the outro of the track. The outro is like one of my favorite outros that I've made. So I would go for guess maybe 12 also. That puts me in second. And I don't know if I would put myself above Doll. I feel like I see the reasoning for it. Epos, Edmaster, Doll, Elash, Kai, Paul Hamstring, Lil Phil as my top 7. Kind of makes sense. I think it makes sense to me. But I mean, of course, I feel bad about putting myself second because I'm fucking. It just comes off as bragging. I don't like that. Or like biased towards myself in a way. I guess I could find more places I would take points away. But then again, I also would understand if this is the case, because, for example, the problem with Doll's dynamics in his drop. But I'm just still so impressed by like I feel like his actually no now that I reason it out in my head, Doll's like kind of underwhelming drop points are more than made up for by his vocal talent. And that reflects for like if he wasn't as good at vocals, he would probably be like around 50-ish points, but the fact his vocals are so good is like bringing him up to 78. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Most sense for me. What would be the battles? Hello, I am Paul. Hello, Paul. Paul G. Oh, Paul. Yeah, if I were Edmaster, I'd give Edmaster full point. Okay, sorry, I need to open up the YouTube chat because the chat like log on this is much farther back than I am able to read. Let me click on the stream, mute as soon as possible, and then go chat. Technologia. Okay. Bro thinks he. I keep clicking on like the channel activity. You could shift, but beginning sounds a bit like "Leave Me Be." Bro is not Hans Zimmer. He's the entire house. Beginning sounds a bit like "Leave Me Be" chords build up. I was a bit confused first time. I mean, makes sense, but yeah, I get it. Holy self glaze deserved. Nah. Paul thinks you need to calm down. I respect it. I'm here. Ed self-judging. JK. Fair enough. Hello, Plastic. What kind of RP actually is Paul Hamstring? Paul does not concern himself with RP. I have no idea what you mean. Paul does not concern himself with any playing of roles. Yeah, if I were Edmaster, I'd give Edmaster full points. You're correct. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go back to the bonus score, and where's this tiebreaker? How many sevens? Because I can't think of a bigger number. Yeah, right. Edmaster with 7 billion points. Right. Fuck, I've been trapped. Paul GPT. I am simply Paul Hamstring. Hello, Paul. Hello, I am Paul. What will be the battles? So I know Lil Phil's already qualified, so let's just say that he takes his wildcard placement because I really can't be bothered working it out if he doesn't. So it'd be Epos versus TMY, me versus Lil Phil, which would be good. Doll versus Paul Hamstring, and Elash versus Kai. Actually, I think Lil Phil seats fourth, if we remember correctly. So that means it would be, in that case, it would still be Epos versus TMY, then me versus Paul Hamstring, which would be good. Doll versus Kai, and then Elash versus Lil Phil. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Unless it might also be, because I know there's some confusion. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I feel like fourth place seed is a bit awkward. I think eighth would make more sense. Winning the pre-qualifier. But yeah. Although I guess fourth makes sense because like fourth is not like winning the pre-qualifier is better than getting last place qualifying wildcard, but it doesn't necessarily mean you qualify for first place because first place wildcard could be a lot more deserving of first seed than first place battle. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confusing myself. It's 2:00 at night. Right. I think that's all the judging done. No way. Paul battling. Yeah, Paul winning. Paul is definite. It's gonna be a Paul Hamstring versus a boss final. I can feel it in my soul, in my spirit. If I were Paul Hamstring, I would be Paul Hamstring. As you should be. Right, I'm gonna be honest, I'm fucking exhausted. There is no time for are they taking Flowcase Vice Champ in 8th place wildcard in case Lil Phil takes wildcard placement? No, they're taking 8th place wildcard. That's how it always works for pre-qualifiers. I'm pretty sure is that only the winner qualifies, and if the winner doesn't qualify, then if the winner doesn't want to go, then they pick the next wildcard. And I think that makes the most sense, realistically. Yeah. So yeah. Right, there is no time for aftercare on this stream. I'm going immediately to bed. And hoping to stream a little bit earlier tomorrow, which would be nice. Right. Thank you everyone for watching. Go on. Good luck. God bless. Good night. Good luck. Good night. Go on. I'll talk to you later. So, bye.